Hey, what's up, SoulCon Nation? I hope you guys are doing awesome. This week's Fallen Saints Challenge, these are different challenges we do in between the SoulCon Challenge groups. Super stoked. If you haven't signed up for SoulCon Challenge Oscar, get signed up. Our goal is to see over 1,000 men signed up, committed, ready to finish out 2018 strong and take on 2019 with a group of warrior men with amats. We use rock Kazakh amats a lot, and amats is this heavenly audacity. There's no room in your life for the thought of failure because you're so full of confidence. So take on 2019 with amat, and man, what a great way to celebrate an end of a year and a beginning of a new year. Then taking on the SoulCon Challenge with guys. So get signed up. We also have SoulCon Warrior Elite kicking off the same time, November 26th. So these are the challenges that we do in between. A lot of the guys use these for Hell Week workouts. Hell Week is week 4 of the SoulCon Challenge. Can't do any weight training. And all these Fallen Saints challenges are body weight training, so you can do them at home, wherever you're at while you're traveling. And just make sure you check our app to see, the SoulCon app, to see all the previous Fallen Saints challenges, because the whole mindset is to sweat, to go through pain so we can honor the saints that have gone before us. This challenge is called the Ignatius. I want to read to you a quote before I describe Ignatius. It's a quote behind me. I'm going to turn so I can read it. I haven't memorized it. I think we all need to hear it. Now, I begin to be a disciple. This guy's been a disciple his whole life. He said, now I begin. He's writing this letter on his way to a Colosseum. So this is in the letters of Ignatius as he's writing this is his last letter. Now I begin to be a disciple. He's facing his death. Let fire and cross, flocks of beasts, broken bones, dismemberment come upon me as long as I attain to Christ Jesus. Now he's writing this on the back of what a lot of people thought was on the back of a carriage, and he's tied up. And how we know he died, he was the first Christian martyr post-New Testament. And this last Fallen Saint Challenge, we did the Stephen, who was the first Christian martyr. Now this is the first Christian martyr, Ignatius. When we all get to heaven, we'll be able to know who Ignatius is and give him some honor for the way that he died like a warrior and the life that he lived for the kingdom. He wrote letters constantly to churches, the same churches that Paul would write to. Really poured his heart into Ephesus, the church in Ephesus. So Ignatius, on his way in, is writing, no matter what happens to me, whether it's fire and cross, flocks of beasts, broken bones, dismemberment, whatever comes upon me, as long as I attain to Jesus Christ. And this is our goal with life. No matter what comes upon us as Christian men, we should say, as long as I attain to Jesus Christ, it's well with my soul. That's what we long for. So we train our body every day to embrace pain as good and pain as development, because God never created pain with the purpose of developing our soul, because we weren't supposed to know pain. We see that in the Garden of Eden, where we weren't supposed to eat from the knowledge of good and evil. So we were never supposed to know evil, and pain is evil. Treadmills are evil, right? Running is evil. But we now do it to learn the lesson, and we're constantly training. We're constantly putting forth sweat and effort. This is what I want you guys to do. Look at the workout. It's all designed around Ignatius. You're going to see this quote on the workout. And every exercise is built, you'll see 107. So there's a little over a mile, 1.07 miles. There's 107 of whatever repetitions of that exercise that you're doing, because Ignatius went into the Colosseum and they, at that time they didn't know how they were going to die. The crowd would choose. So whether it's wild beasts, and this is what he was writing, whether it's fire and cross, we did the workout, the Polycarp. And the Polycarp, they put guys on a cross and they burn them at the stake so everybody could watch them burn, and that was their way of being entertained. So Ignatius didn't know how he was going to die, and sometimes the crowd picks beasts to come out, and the crowd wants to watch beasts just destroy Christians, and so really wicked culture, really evil time. And Polycarp, if you forget that, he said, hey, you don't have to, because what they do is they'd stick you to the stake, the crosses, or the wood stake, however that was, so you wouldn't run away, or you wouldn't try to fight when the fire burning started. But Polycarp said, the same God that I've been following for years, and he's given me the strength to be a disciple, is the same God that will give me the strength to not have to be staked to this. They tried to burn Polycarp. It didn't work. He didn't burn. A sweet smelling aroma went out into the crowd, and they were a little bit scared, and the guard came up and stuck him with the spear, and he bled out that way. But the fire did not kill Polycarp. So really cool workout, Fall in St. John's, that we did, so you are familiar with that. Mark Batterson wrote a book called Play the Man, and he told the story of Polycarp in the first part of that book, really like the first chapter. And it's a book, if you haven't read, I highly recommend it. I love Mark Batterson. So this Fall in St. John's, you're going to see 107. We're going to remember in year 107, Ignatius goes in the Colosseum. People choose being devoured by beasts, and he stands there, and hungry beasts come out and devour his bones, devour his flesh, and he withstood it like a champion. So when you're suffering on this workout, the purpose is to say, Ignatius did it for Christ, you can do this workout for King Jesus, because if we're lucky enough, we'll be considered martyrs for his great name. So now, since we're going through life, let's practice joy in pain with this workout. Here's the deal with this workout. It's a way for SoulCon Ministries to reach men that aren't connected to a church, that aren't connected to a ministry. So take your results, post them on your social media. Don't post them in the community. This is an outreach event. Post them on your social media, whether it's, man, hopefully Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, all of those. Post your results. Post a picture of the workout. Use hashtag SoulCon, SoulCon FSC. So hashtag SoulCon FSC. And that'll enter you to win. We'll select one person from that, and you'll get a $25 gift code to the SoulCon website. And man, get one of these awesome shirts that we have. Great marketing tools for the gospel. Because man, if you get somebody to ask you, hey, what does your shirt mean? Hey, well, man, why are you so bold? Like, if you get somebody to ask you why, or to tell me your story, you've got a fish on the line, and you just got to reel them in without losing them. So that's awesome, awesome stuff. Love you guys. Kick butt this week. Make sure you post hashtag SoulCon FSC. See those results. Kill it. I'm grateful for each one of you. Love you guys.